up, booktubers? I'm here to do my book reviews for the books that I read in July, not June, wow. I'm guessing I wish summer wasn't over. In July, yeah. The books I read in July. And I did not get all 7 done. I got 5 done, and I've already done a book review on one of them. So today I'll be reviewing 4 books. And I'm going to go in order that I read them. And the first book would obviously be Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I gave it a 5 out of 5. There were things that frustrated me, but they weren't the book was just still really good. I still devoured it in less than 2 days. But storyline is so good. This book starts off right where Divergent left off. I'm going to say Trish frustrated me a lot. Like, some of the things she did just made me want to slap her across the face and say, grow up and get over it. But I couldn't. And then, there was definitely a cliffhanger, and it definitely leaves you wondering and a little bit, like, in awe. But this book, like, it jumped around a lot, as a lot of people have said. It was, like, all over the place. They were here, and then they were there, and then they were in a totally different place with totally different people, and yeah, and yes, but I still loved it, still think it's a great read, so go read it. The next book I read, by the way, I'm pretty sure I just picked a lot of great books this month, I guess, but the next one is Sisterhood Everlasting by Anne Rashars. I don't know how to say her last name. Sorry if I butchered that. This is the last book in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series, and if you have read that series, it's a great summer read, and if you've only watched the movies, which aren't as good as the books, I should say, they skip a lot of good information and stuff, but this book, it's like a reunion kind of thing. What am I supposed to say? Oh, this book, it takes place 10 years later after the last book that happened, which happened, I think, in their first year of college, or something like that. But, oh my gosh. Like, if you loved the series, then this book is going to make you cry. It made me cry. Like, there's so many twists and turns and heart-wrenching things that happen in this book, and it was just a lovely written book. And if you guys like this series, I will be making a video with spoilers because there are so many. I'm going to make a discussion video actually because this book is so good, and I don't want to spoil the story for you. But if you remember, there are 4 people in this: Carmen, Tibby, Libby, not Libby, Lena, and Bridget. Tibby, oh my gosh, she moved to Australia with Brian. Bridget is living with Eric, and Carmen is an actress getting married, and Lena is pretty much done nothing with her life, which saddens me. But I will be making a discussion video. This book was amazing, and if you have not read the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series and you like contemporary and light reads and just fun reads, read this series. It's awesome. The next book I read, obviously, because it's like I'm a little behind on it, but that would be Anna and the French Kiss, guys. Wow, I wasn't gonna read it because everyone's like, oh, it's so amazing, blah blah blah, so I just automatically assumed that it was some stupid cliche book, and I probably wouldn't like it, and I didn't want to give my hopes up, so I didn't. So I kind of went into this book expecting me to maybe like it, but overall probably not. and oh my god, I loved it. I loved this book, and the author has such beautiful writing, and she's so realistic, and you just get captured into the story. You almost feel like you are there with these characters. And I do gotta say, Anna is kind of whiny and at times very stupid, but a lot of teenage girls are, so I think it's so realistic. And who did not fall in love with St. Clair? I'm not even going to try and pronounce his other name. I'm pretty sure I just skipped over it every time it was said because I cannot speak French worth a crap. I can barely speak Spanish, and I took 4 years of that crap. Yeah. So good. So good. I loved this book. I loved it. Woo! Loved it. Guys, I know if I don't know. If you like this kind of stuff, you should read it too. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Okay, and the next book I also really liked, and I remember how much I love Sarah Dessen, and that is What Happened to Goodbye. It is about a girl whose parents get a divorce, and she decides she wants to live with her dad and not her mom because her mom is the reason they got a divorce, and she's very upset about it, and she just doesn't want to be with her mom. But her dad loses his restaurant, and then, because he owned a restaurant when her parents were together, and he ended up getting this job where he moves around like every 6 months, and tries to redo other restaurants, kind of like, what's that one show? I don't know, whatever the guy from Hell Kitchen, his other series, I don't know what it's called. Anyways. And she ends up moving her last time. It's her senior year, and she's been taking on different identities in every place she goes, but in this place, she ends up getting to be herself, and she falls in love with the place. She makes friends, which she wasn't doing or wasn't trying to do, and it was just a really beautiful story, I think, and her learning to forgive her past, like her family's past, and learning to be herself instead of these different personalities she had been taking on, and I think it was beautiful, and oh my gosh, I loved Dave. The only bad thing I have about this book is the romance in it really never got anywhere because she was kind of so stubborn about it, but I mean, it was still a really great book. I gave this one a 5 out of 5. And yeah, as you guys know, I was going to read a separate piece, and what else? Oh, Shades of Grey, aka not 50 Shades of Grey, Shades of Grey. That's it. Totally different book. But as you notice, the last 4 books I just reviewed were really light summer reads, and so going from that to those kind of books, I was not in the mood for, guys. I just wasn't. I was not having it, and I will probably not read them for a while now, but I will end up reading them someday. And yeah, so stay tuned for my to be read pile for August, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.